Hi guys, my name is Abdurrahman Siddiqui. I'm a Google Certified Educator and high school teacher. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your classroom, assign something to your students, receive the assignment, provide feedback, and give a grade to that assignment. I'm also going to show you how your students are going to see the assignment and what are some next steps that you can take to improve your instruction. So let's head on over to the computer and find out. Begin by going to google.com. From here, on the top right corner, click on Sign In. Sign into your school account. In the top right corner, click on the Apps button and click on Google Classroom. Here you should see a populated list of all the classes you have created or are currently a part of. Click on the plus button in the top right corner and click Create Class. Enter your class information such as title, section, subject number, and room number. Click on Create Class to finish creating the classroom. Once you're in your classroom, you should see three options: Stream, Classwork, and People. Begin by clicking on People. The little person with the plus sign that's next to Students is where you add your students. Enter their school email and add them to your classroom. If you do not wish to enter your students manually, click on the gear button on the top right and display the class code. Students can use this code to automatically enter your classroom the next time they sign in. Go to Classwork and click Create and click on Assignment. Assign a title to your assignment. Mine is Romeo and Juliet Act 1, Scene 1 questions. Provide students with details on the assignment. Assign the points value, due date, and category for your class. This will make it easier to categorize later for grading purposes. Begin by clicking on the Drive button and attaching the worksheet you actually want students to work on. Notice that I have a set of questions regarding the first act and the first scene of Romeo and Juliet. I have provided students with space to type the answers. Of course, I do not want them all typing on the same file, so I'm going to make a copy for each student. I'm also going to go to the video button and I will add a video that helps my students understand the scene before they start answering questions. I'm also going to click on the external link button and I'm going to add a link to the actual text. And finally, I'm going to add a local file from my computer, a rubric that helps students answer the questions according to standards. Because students do not need to edit anything, I can leave this file as view only. At this point, I'm going to click Assign, and my students will have a custom-made assignment just for them. At this point, I'm going to show you how the student is going to see and complete this assignment. Once again, the student is going to also go to Google and sign into their school account. Since it's their first time signing in, the student is going to accept Google's terms, and the student is then going to go to Classroom, where they will once again continue and clarify that they are attending as a student. The student will join the class that I have already invited them to. At this point, the student is going to see the same tabs I did, and under classwork, they are going to find their assignment. As you can see, the student has a host of links ready to help them in the assignment. So the student reads the scene. The student then watches the video. Now that they are ready to answer the questions, the student checks the rubric to see what level of response their teacher expects, and the student finally clicks on the custom-made Google document just for them. The student can begin typing answers, and this will exist purely between the student and the teacher. Once the changes have been saved automatically, the student is going to click on their assignment and click Turn In. With the answers confirmed, the student is going to submit their response for feedback. At this point, the student's job for this assignment is complete. As the teacher, you are now going to go back to your classroom, and in the Classwork tab, you should clearly see that one student has turned in the assignment. Click on the assignment that they have turned in, and you will actually see their responses exactly as they typed them. You now have the ability to provide feedback on every individual answer. That's pretty amazing. You also have the opportunity to assign a grade and provide whole document feedback. This is also the ideal place to leave any next steps for your students so they can improve their answer in the second or any subsequent attempts. At this point, the student has received their private comment and the assignment has been returned to them with the grade. And that is from beginning to end a simple process of assigning assignments to your students in Google Classroom. Just a quick note, guys, when you use Google Classroom, please use yours and your students' school emails, not your personal Gmails. That goes against Google's policy for education because that is a safety hazard since the emails do not have privacy settings enabled for education. For that purpose, and for the sake of your own and your students' protection, please be sure to use school emails only. So, I hope that was helpful in figuring out how to set up your own classroom. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will be certain to answer them. At the same time, if you have any further suggestions for yourself on how to improve instruction, also please be sure to leave them in the comments below so that students can benefit from your expertise as well as anyone else's. This is Pakistani Pepper saying peace out, stay peppery, and don't forget, sometimes life's best lessons are in the stories we hear least. Have an awesome day, guys.